guys, Dimitri here we're with the Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club in the facility where we like to play our weekly games. I'm the co-founder of, or one of the co-founders of the club, and today we're just going to be profiling my Gouki deck. And if you guys have any comments, please leave them down in that section. Like this video, subscribe for more Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club content, and hope you guys enjoy the video. 2 Gouki Octo stretch. It's just really good. Go into Link Rebo, make your U boards. In certain niche situations, it can like protect you from taking full damage. Next we have 2 Gouki Headbat. It's okay, it's a good extender, but you never really want to see it in your hand. You'd much rather search it. So I'm thinking about cutting it down to 1, because it is a brick if you draw multiples or something.
What would you play instead?
I have probably like a hand trap or something. Next, 3 Gouki Twist Cobra. It's a good one for your rank 3 plays. Also for its actual effect if you want to push for game, if you have multiple Goukis on the field. It's actually pretty good. But it's another one that I don't ever want to see in multiples, so I'm thinking of cutting it down to 2.
That's interesting. I mean, we hear a lot about like another deck profiles that Twist Cobra is one of the best ones. How do you feel about that?
I definitely think it's pretty good. Like I said, without Twist Cobra, you can go for like the Invoker plays or things like that with the Gouki searches, but like also it just has that easy effect if you tribute another Gouki to give something more attack, you get a search and you deal extra damage. So I think it actually is pretty good. Next, the best Gouki, Super X. If they're thinking about a ban list, they're probably going to hit this one. It's just really good. It doesn't have a hard once per turn on its special summon effect, so if you get multiple normal summons and you want to use this one, that's just easy summons, easy board presence. The 2 worst Goukis, Re-Scorpio and Bear Hug, they're here just for names. Yeah, not much to say about them. Moving on to the level 3 engines. So first I have 2 Aqua Dolphins. This is just good for damage ripping cards out of your opponent's hand. Sometimes this can actually win you a game, which in those situations it's pretty good. Extenders, we run 3 Marauding Captains. I think Marauding Captain is pretty good. I know a lot of builds only run 2, but I like 3 just because you want to see it. You want the board presence. Next we have 3 Junk Forwards, free special summon. Again, standard. Just go into your Invoker plays. The next card, you have to run Dibbly. Not much to say about her. She's not a brick, but she's also like not the best card. So yeah. For the hand traps, we run Poor Man hand traps. So you run 2 Effect Veilers. I think Effect Veiler is good. It's not once per turn. The only bad thing is that it has to target, but like I actually like Veiler. And then 3 Ghost Ogres. Ghost Ogre's okay. It does what it does. Moving on to the spells, we run 2 Rematch. Rematch is good. I know a lot of people run 1. I run 2 just because if you want to get into the grind game or like something, or for some reason you go past a couple turns while you're playing, like it's good to have recursion, and it's searchable, so like it's really easy. So at Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club, there's a lot of back row for some reason, so to mitigate that, you run 2 Twin Twisters. 2 Twin Twisters, sorry. This actually wins you games. It's won plenty of games, and also if like your opponent's running back row, you just say no to that. Run 3 Called by the Grave. This is good against other hand traps. It's also a good negation, like if they have cards that tribute for cost, or like they already have a copy in the graveyard, you activate this and then they just lose their effect, pretty much stop their turn. For the 1-0s, play 1 Reinforcement of the Army. It's a warrior deck, it's free search. 1 Phoenix Blade, 1 Living Fossil. This is pretty standard. This is just a good extender, but also if you happen to draw this, then you gotta drop this into your graveyard with the soul. 2 extenders, 1 Soul Charge, Monster Reborn. Self-explanatory, win you games.
How often do you resolve Soul Charge and Monster Reborn?
So I rarely ever see Soul Charge actually, but Monster Reborn I see a lot of times. So this is actually really good if I want to bring back like a Borload or like a Fire War or something, or just something big. But this, yeah, I rarely ever see. And then for the final 2 cards in the main deck, I run 2 Storming Mirror Forces. Really good against monsters that can't be destroyed or targeted, so like it just easily gets rid of them, and then you win.
Would you ever like change those two cards like for 2 other traps if you had any other traps?
Maybe not other traps. Maybe if they were like hand traps or something, like drolls or something. But like other trap cards, not necessarily. Like this is my favorite trap card. It's the only one I run. Especially with like the time rules, you can't run like any of the solemn package as much. But yeah, it's a really good card. Moving on to the extra deck now. It's a Gouki deck, so you gotta run 2 Assault Days. Good starter card. Gets you free pluses. Once you get that Divine Sword into the graveyard, it's just easy to keep going with all your plays. Nightmare package. 1 Mermaid. 2 Goblins. 1 Cerberus. 1 Phoenix. 1 Unicorn. Nightmare package is pretty self-explanatory. I know some people like to run either 2 Phoenix or 2 Cerberus instead of the 2 Goblin. I like the 2 Goblin just because it helps extend your plays, and it's just easy to like use with easy to abuse with Ibli. So that's why I like to run 2 Nightmare Goblins. Link Rebo, because finally got a reprint, and because it helps you with the U-board. Trigate, Summon Sorceress. This is good for negations when you make a U-board or if you hand loop. This is good just to like start off your plays as well, extend plays. Haven't gone into it too much, but it's actually really good.
If you didn't have Summon Sorceress, or for people who don't have Summon Sorceress, what would you recommend for them to run?
It's actually a good question. You can honestly probably just run like, it's like a decode or something with the same arrows, just so you have that board presence. Or if you want to run like another Nightmare card, that's probably the best option actually, because Nightmare cards are so easy to make. But yeah. For the Link 4s, 1 Firewall, 1 Gumblar, 1 Borload. Firewall standard. I mean, yeah, a lot of speculation on whether it's going to get banned or not. I hope it doesn't, but it probably should. Gumblar for the hand loop. When you do get the hand loop off, you should win. It's just very disgusting and unfair. Borload to get rid of problematic monsters, and also just to win you games.
How often do you go into Borload?
If somehow they happen to manage, if they happen to break the U board or something, then you go into Borload to win, to finish the game off. But like, sometimes you don't need them. And then the final card is the Invoker for the rank 3 plays, rank 3 extensions. It's Invoker. Side deck now. So the side deck is going to be a little weird compared to what most people are used to, just because here at Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club, the decks that people play aren't meta-based. I'm probably the only individual besides the Trickstar guy who plays meta, but yeah. So run 2 Gamma Seals, just good to get rid of problematic monsters or negation monsters, and then you just like usually kill free game. Board wipes, run the Raigeki and the Dark Hole. Don't side these in too often unless I'm going second against something like Mech Knights or something, but like this is really good just to kill your opponent's field. 2 Cyclones, again, because there's a lot of back row here. Just want to mitigate that. I run 1 Wiretap, 1 Anti-Spell. Wiretap is good against like Alter guys if you don't have Red Reboot. Anti-Spell is just for like heavy spell decks. Just put that, shuts them down. This is going to be a weird one, but 2 Master Restricts. Here at Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club, there's a lot of like Monarchs or like True Draco, so this can stall you or win you games. It's pretty good. 2 Royal Decrees for Alter guys. Shuts down their traps. For any other heavy trap based deck, it just says no. And then the final card of my side decks, Dimensional Barrier, good against for like Pendulum decks or like any XYZ or Synchro spam decks. So yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile.
I know you run 2 Cosmic Cyclones. Like, if you had, is there a reason why you don't run like a 3rd Twin Twister or?
Yeah, I don't have my 3rd Twin Twister with me right now, but as soon as I get it from my house, then yeah, I'm gonna take these out because I think Twin Twisters is a lot better than Cosmic Cyclone simply because it gets rid of 2 cards and it has a life point cost. So especially with like the new time rules, this is actually can hurt you sometimes. But that's the only reason why I run them right now.
An idea of what kind of decks we play here?
Yeah, so Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club, like I kind of hinted at, it's not a super meta-based competition. It's more just like decks that people throw together. So like there are some meta decks like mine. There's Trickstars, there's Mech Knight Invoked, but then there's also like fun decks where we have like vampires, zombies. Cybers is also a thing here. So yeah, it's like a wide range of like competitive to casual folks, but it's all good competition. I think it's pretty fun to see different decks that you wouldn't like see on like a super competitive level. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any comments or any opinions, please leave them down. And we're looking forward to give you guys more Dartmouth Yu-Gi-Oh Club content.